No. Okay, here we go. We are going to go ahead and move on now. We're going to be doing equations 2. Remember I showed you over here on the cloud extreme that we skipped from 1 to 3 because I put them in here out of order. Equations 2 is the one that we're going to work on now. We're going to go to equations 2 and I'll preview that worksheet. I'm going to do this. All right, here we go. Let's let it get called up. All right, notice on this one, remember when we did the simplifying and combining like terms, and sometimes you had these numbers outside of parentheses where you had to use the distributive property, where you're going to have to use the distributive property on these. All right, so we're going to do this problem right here. That it is 2 times 3 minus h inside the parentheses minus 6 equals negative 5 times h. All right, so we're going to work this out. Remember that when it's outside the parentheses like this, you have to do this. You have to multiply by 2 to both terms in there. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times negative h is negative 2h. All right, and we still have our minus 6 there because we have to contend with that. And all of that is equal to a negative 5h. All right, we're just going to go through the steps here. Well, you have a positive 6 here, and you have a negative 6 here. So when you combine those two, those are going to become zeros now. All right, 6 minus 6 is 0. All right, so we have negative 2h, and that is equal to negative 5h. All right, now don't let this confuse you. You're still going to get your h's on one side, but let's do it this way. Let's say we have negative 5h over here, so we're going to add 5h on this side. And because we did it over there, we have to add 5h over here. All right, so 5h minus 2h leaves us with 3h. And that's equal to, well, we had a negative 5h plus 5h. So that would leave us with 0. Now, if we are multiplying by 3, we would divide by 3. Well, 3h divided by 3 leaves you with h. And 0 divided by 3, or anything, 0 divided by 3 leaves us with 0. So you will come right over here and you will type your answer, h equals 0. All right, let's look at one more. I'm not going to work through a ton of these on the video. I want you to get comfortable with doing some of these on your own. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to do number 11 and number 12, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so we have 2 times 3x minus 2 inside the parentheses plus 9, and all of that is equal to a negative 5x minus 5x. All right, so let's work this out. Well, first we multiply 2 times 3x. We're going to get 6x. Then we multiply 2 times negative 2. That gives us minus 4. We have a plus 9 that we can't get rid of. It's still there. And then we have equals negative 5x on this side. All right. If you combine negative 4 and positive 9, you're going to get a 5. So we're going to have 6x, and it's a positive 9 minus 4, so it's going to be a positive 5 plus 5 equals negative 5x. We're going to get all of our x's on one side because we want them to all be together. So let's just move them over here. We have negative 5x. Well, to make that go away, we would have to add 5x. So let's say 5x. All right. And we would have to do the same thing to this side. 5x All right, now, so 5x plus 6x gives us 11x. And we still have plus 5. We haven't gotten rid of it yet. And that is equal to 0 because we had negative 5x minus 5. I'm sorry, plus 5. So that gave us a 0 over there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move our 5 right here to the other side. And we're going to have 11x equals, well, if we take away 5 from here, that leaves 0. And then 0 minus 5 gives us negative 5 over here. All right, now we are multiplying times 11, so we're going to have to divide both sides by 11. Well, 11x divided by 11 just leaves us with x. And negative 5 divided by 11 just leaves us with negative 5 divided by 11. All right, so we're going to go right here and we're going to say x equals negative 5 divided by 11. You don't have to turn that into decimal form or anything else. You can put it in fraction form just like that. All right, let's look at number 12 right here. All right, number 12. We have 3 times 1 plus p. We have 3 times 1 plus p equals negative 5 times p plus 1. All right? All right, now, this time you have to use the distributive property twice because you've got to do it here and you've got to do it here. Well, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times a positive p gives you 3p. And all of that is equal to, well, negative 5 times p gives you minus 5 times p. And then negative 5 times a positive 1 gives you a minus 5. All right, so let's do this. Let's move our p's over here and see what we have. Well, if we have negative 5p and we add 5p, that leaves us with no p's over here. But we have to add 5p over here, and we already had 3. So 3 plus 5, that would give us 8p. All right, now let's move this number, since we've got our p's over here, let's move our 3 over here. We have a positive 3, so to get rid of it, we'd have to subtract 3. Over here, we have negative 5, and negative 5 minus 3 equals negative 8. Right? Over here, we are multiplying, so now we're going to divide. We're going to do the opposite. 8p divided by 8 will leave you with just a p. All right? And then negative 8 divided by that same 8 will leave you with a negative 1. You're just going to type p equals negative 1. All right, these are things that you've already been doing. You're going to be solving the equations, but yes, you will have to use your distributive property on things that look like this. But some of them, you're just going to be combining terms, just like you did on the other problems. So on this one, it's going to be counted as a quiz grade. So I'm only giving you a few examples here because I want you to work the rest of them on your own. If you have problems with it, let me know. We will work on this in class, but this is mainly so that you can look back and see if you need help when you're not in class. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and you guys get to work on that.